So, welcome back to Get About Live TV. The network cut me off, so I'm back. So we have to start again. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. I welcome you all to Get a Better Live TV. So, our topic today is what is Egungun in Yoruba religion? What is Egungun in Yoruba religion? Many of you must have been seeing or watching Egungun online or on YouTube or wherever, and maybe you do wonder what it's all about, um, and possibly maybe you people may think that Egungun festival is all about entertainment, right? So we people maybe like thinking that Egungun is all about a festival. So let's start again because this video will be on YouTube for others to watch. So I have to start again. So my network cut me off, and I'm back. So our topic once again is what is Egungun in Yoruba religion, and in this video I will be telling you the meaning of Egungun and why Egungun are called Ara Orun. Some of you will already know what that means, and why it's called Ara Orun to some people who are not a Yoruba, who are not in Yoruba land, may want to know what Ara Orun means. And Ara Orun simply means people from heaven. People from heaven. But in this video, I will go into details why we call Egungun people from heaven. Are they truly from heaven? Are they really from heaven? You are going to understand what that means in this video. So let's get started. And another thing that you are going to learn or understand in this video is the purpose of Egungun in our culture, traditions, and religion in Yoruba land. So that's what we'll be talking about. And the question of is Egungun a religion is what I will talk about as well in this video. And lastly, I will talk about thank you, Alafia, Black Goddess, Alafia. So it's Egungun Orisha as well. We'll be talking about that because Yoruba religion is a diverse religion, right? We have okay. So Yoruba religion is a wide religion. The concept is very wide, and it takes someone who understands the concepts to practice the religion effectively. And that's more reason why we come up with some contemporary topics like this and share with you guys to educate you on what it's all about. Because I know that even my fellow Yorubas, some of my fellow Yorubas don't even care about the culture any longer. But we'll try as much as possible to do what we can to rebrand our culture, our traditions, and our religion in Yoruba land. So the topic once again is what is Egungun in Yoruba religion. First of all, Egungun literally means people from heaven, the Ara Orun, Egungun. And the word Egungun, some people define it to be bones, like Egungun like our bones, like these are our people, right? So it's but what we Yorubas call Egungun we call them Ara Orun. And the reason why we call them Ara Orun, as I said earlier, will be discussed in this video. So Egungun, known as Ara Orun, they represent our ancestors. They represent our ancestors who have passed away a long time, a very long time ago. You know, we believe it's our belief in Yoruba land that our ancestors who have passed away, our important ancestors who have passed away, uh, come annually to visit us, to visit us, to bless us, and to entertain us. So it's a belief in our belief system in Yoruba land, right? And Egungun is called masquerade in English, you know, but it goes beyond the meaning of masquerade. You know, when you say masquerade to other part of the world is someone who uses a mask to cover his face, right? So, but the meaning goes beyond that. The meaning of Egungun goes beyond that in Yoruba traditions and religion. So, Egungun, known as Ara Orun, represents our ancestors who have passed away a long time ago, right? So we believe that they do visit us annually to visit us and to entertain us and to bless us. You know, if you have ever watched Egungun Festival, you understand what I'm talking about. So they do come, they do perform and bless us. You know, now Egungun is a Yoruba masquerade, as I said earlier, that provide an important connection between the world of the living and the dead. Right? You know, it's what I said, the world of the living. The meaning of that is that we are living, um, we do have connection with our ancestors, as in the dead, our dead ancestors. So we believe that we still have a connection uh, with them. So annually we remember them and we do celebrate them. And we believe that when is Egungun festival, yeah, it's a time of blessing and it's a time of entertainment, right? As you could see the thumbnail, if you have not seen Egungun before, so the thumbnail that I use is a picture, is an example, it's a picture of Egungun, right? So Egungun is uh, called Ara Orun, as I said earlier, and we believe that they came to, they do come annually to bless us and to entertain us. A question maybe, you know, you may be asking yourself a question and maybe wondering that are they really the dead ones that do come to us and are they really are dead people? Um, like when I was growing up, we do celebrate Egungun in our own little capacity as children, as at that time. So the what is a belief that someone can represent the dead ancestor. So not really that the dead came for real, not really that the dead came for real, but spiritually, someone usually represents the dead person, and the person will now be in a in a Egungun form, in a masquerade form, so that to connect with our ancestors, to connect our ancestors who have passed away with us that are still alive. So the Egungun is like it's like intermediary between the dead and the living. right? So as at the time Egungun is performing or praying, we believe that uh, our ancestors or our ancestor is praying for us, and our ancestor is entertaining us, right? So let's keep watching. There are more to learn in this video about Egungun, and if you have any questions as I'm talking, you can send your question. I'll answer you. So Egungun is a Yoruba masquerade that provides an important connection between us and our ancestors, right? So, and this Yoruba masquerade, like the Egungun that I'm talking about, used to perform during annual festivals. You know, during annual festivals, like we have in Yoruba land, we have um, different communities. We have different people and different homes, and I don't know how to put it, but we have different set of families, and with their own Egungun festival, right? There are people who are from Egungun family. We have people that are actually from the family of the important Egungun that Yorubas do celebrate in Yoruba land, and we have other people who are just Egungun uh, who like to celebrate Egungun annually, and we have people that are from the lineage, the Egungun's lineage, right? So in Yoruba land, they used to perform annually or biannual or thereabouts, to honor our ancestors. I've said that earlier, to honor our ancestors and to mark uh, uh, their death, you know. So that is how it is in Yoruba land. The Egunguns, are like representatives of our ancestors, who do come annually to bless us and to entertain us, right? So in Yoruba land, this is our heritage. Is our culture, is our tradition, and is our belief, right? The problem that our culture is facing is that some of these things people don't understand. Some of these concept of belief and religion is kind of uh, uh, difficult to understand even by our fellow Yorubas. The reason is because of a lack of information, lack of knowledge, and they say when you are not informed, you can easily get deformed, right? The Western world, the Western civilization, uh, tried to take away our cultural traditions and religion, but to the glory of Olodumare, the Western world could not succeed in doing that to our culture and tradition. And we thank God that technology is helping. Technology is bringing back everything because we have our phones, we have internet now to do research on our own and to share our ideas with other part of the world, right? So, and this is why many people, many younger ones, young Yorubas, or the youth, are now coming back to their ancestral path, are now coming back. And if you ask yourself why Africans or why we black are kind of suffering, is nothing but because of what we've left. Because of what we've left. Olodumare, God, which is as God, knew why He created us the way He created us. He created us, and He created our culture, our religion, our traditions for us. But unfortunately, we left them, or we left them, um, and and that's the reason why we depend so much on the other culture, or other traditions to survive, or to, which is not supposed to be. So let's continue. That's by the way. So as I was saying, Yoruba masquerade, you know, that we call Egungun, generally believed and accepted to be the spirit of the departed, the spirit of the departed uh, dead, right? The departed ancestor. You have said that not that the dead came, not that the dead came in physical form to perform or to pray for us, but is in form of Egungun, and we believe that the Egungun as spirit, right? I have the belief that in the past, the way Egungun is being celebrated in the past, I have the feelings that it used to be much more spiritual than how it is today, right? Because I do hear from my uh, grandfathers, grandfather and my elders that in the past, that the Egungun that used to come out in the past is very powerful. It's very powerful. Some could disappear, some could do things spiritually and the rest like that in the past. But presently now, we have people who you imagine that I watched a video online. I saw a military officer beating up a masquerade, a Yoruba masquerade. The video is online and it's very funny. You dare not do that in the past because the masquerade used to be highly respected. Uh, uh, I won't say people, let me say spirits that you can't just beat or you can't just do whatever you want with, just like that, right? So masquerade, I believe, this Egungun, I believe, we believe that they are a spirit of our departed ancestor. And when you say spirit, spirits are powerful. Spirits are spiritually powerful, right? And when they bless you, you are blessed indeed, right? So they are therefore accorded the highest level of respect and treated well, right? Like I said earlier, I said in the past nobody could do anyhow or do or hurt Egungun in any way in the past because they used to be very some of them are used to be very powerful in the past, but today now it has turned to something that uh, anyone could just, government could just wake up and do whatever they want, or I told you that I watched a video online where a masquerade um, was beaten up by a military officer. So maybe I will post the video. Maybe I should post the video tomorrow for you guys to see, or immediately after this live streaming, I can post the video for you to, it's an unfortunate thing that our culture is being rubbished that way. So, Egungun are accorded with highest respect, and Egungun plays a essential uh, role in our culture, traditions, and religion in Yoruba land. They play an important role in our culture, tradition, and religion. How? The Egungun used to bring a message as well annually, and they do pray. They do pray, and I know of people that, or I do hear of people who maybe, for instance, are looking are praying to have a baby, maybe a woman that could not conceive. It may be, or she may be told through an Ifa divination that he should uh, go for a Egungun festival and get prayer Egungun, and for you, the prayer will be answered, right? So that's how it used to be that um, Egungun do bless and do pray for people, annually when they come out and they do entertain people. When you celebrate with Egungun, you can be blessed, and that is why I said uh, the Egungun plays essential or important role in our culture, traditions, and religion in Yoruba land. And uh, we Yoruba traditional believers believe that masquerades bring messages, which I said initially. They bring messages uh, from the dead, right? We believe that, okay, our ancestors have messages for us. So during the festival, the Egungun uh, usually, or the Egungun usually brings the message or the messages uh, from our ancestors to us, and that is why they are referred to as Ara Orun, because they are bringing the message from heaven. As Ara Orun means people from heaven, right? I hope you guys are getting this correctly. So Egungun, there are two types of performance of Egungun. You know, Annually, the performance are categorized into two. You know, number one is physical performance, and number two is spiritual performance. So the physical ones are the ones you can see on the streets. You see them dancing, singing, and going about, going from one place to another, moving around to visit people from one home to another. So that is the physical aspect of Egungun's performance. The second uh, performance is the spiritual one. You know, Egungun, after the whole of the day's performance, the Egungun will enter into what is called Ibale, right? And it is from there the spiritual rite will be performed, right? So that is how it is, and only the owls, maybe you may call them babalawos, but they are not only babalawos. So only those who are authorized to enter into the shrine will enter to perform the spiritual rite. So this is how we have in Yoruba land. This is our tradition, this is our culture, this is our religion, and it's our concept, right? And we should be proud of it. We should be proud. It's not that they are doing something bad or evil behind in their spiritual home, but that is how it is. A tradition. It's a tradition. Like for instance, our king should uh, the the crown of the king. King is a taboo for our king in Yoruba land to open his cap and look into it and look straight into it. It's a taboo. It's our tradition. Not is these are the things that people uh, uh, are using to castigate or to talk against our tradition. If it is what we believe in, is what we believe in, right? And of taboo. Like in Yoruba land, we have taboos that, oh, don't do this. If you do this, the gods or the Orisha might be angry, right? So it's a taboo, is our concept, and that is how it is. It's just like how we have law, we have a constitution, right? That you do and don't in your land. So that is how it is as well in our tradition. That there are things that you should not do, and there are things that you can do, right? So the two types of Egungun's performance, as I said, are two. We have the spiritual and the physical the physical performance. So the physical ones are the ones that you can see. You see them dancing on the street, see them singing, and then going from one home to another to entertain people. And after the physical performance, they go indoor to perform the spiritual rite, and only those who are allowed to enter to see the face of the Egungun will enter into what is called Igbale, and that is Egungun's shrine. You know, Igbale is Egungun's shrine. If you want to know what it means, it's a shrine that is meant for Egungun. You know, it's called Igbale, right? So um, that's how it is, and the the physical one is what I can as well call the entertaining activity of Egungun's performance. You know, like the entertaining aspect of it, or the entertainment aspect of Egungun's performance is the physical ones that you guys can see and can relate with, and the activity of the spiritual one are shrouded in secrecy. You know, in secrecy, I've said it that they have to enter into the ballet to do that, and only those who are allowed to enter will enter, right? So, and that's why I said they are in secrecy, you know. And so the entertaining aspect, the entertaining ones engage in trailing performance in the open to the delight of everyone present, you know, to entertain everyone and to make everybody happy during their performance, right? So as you know now, how Egungun festival or how Egungun's concept is in Yoruba land. So it's to entertain us and as well to bless us, you know. So I now at the beginning of this video I said is Egungun a religion and is Egungun Orisha. You know, yesterday the video I did yesterday about is Ifa a religion or a tradition. I said it that Ifa can be categorized as a religion. You know, I said that yesterday, but today now, Egungun is Egungun a religion or a tradition? You know, Egungun is a sector, it's a subset, it's a segment of Yoruba religion, right? So it cannot be a religion on its own. Egungun cannot be a religion on its own. It's a festival. Egungun, no, we can only say Egungun festival, Egungun's festival, and we can say tradition is our tradition. You know, it's Egungun's tradition. Like, it's not a religion. You know that religion, as it's defined, is a way of life. It's a way of life. A religion is all about a belief system. It's all about belief system, and we humans, as far as I'm concerned, we created a religion for ourselves so that we can connect with our creator, right? We can connect spiritually with our creator. So Egungun is a concept, in our religion, Yoruba religion. So Egungun itself is not a religion. So it's a name. It's a name of our ancestors that do visit us, and we call them Ara Orun, right? So, and another question that I said I will answer is Egungun Orisha? You know, if you know the meaning of Orisha, you should be able to answer that question by yourself. Even when you say Orisha, Orisha simply means special being, a special person, right? So, and Orisha is the literal meaning of Orisha. So, Egungun, pretty much, you can call Egungun Orisha, right? Because they are special people. They are special people. So the thank you, Oma Jordan. Yes. So um, you know the meaning of Orisha, that Orisha are special people, and our Egungun are special people to us as well. Or Egungun is a special person. Let me not say person. Our ancestors that do come to visit us, and they say Ara Orun. So they are special to us. So you can call Egungun Orisha. That's all, right? But the Orishas that we know, that people do connect with, are the ones that you know: Shango, Ogun, Oya, and the rest like that, right? So, guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask me. If I can't answer you now, I will make a video on it. Or maybe after this video, if you have any question that you want me to address, just come to my video, end of my video, and ask me in the comment section, or you can check my social media platform at about section of my channel to send me a message to ask me any question. If there are things you want to know, if there are issues or an issue you want me to address, you can send me the link or the question. So guys, thank you so much for showing me love on this channel. Do me a favor by liking my videos, and by commenting, and as well by sharing my videos. If you've missed this live streaming, I'll in a few minutes time that I'll be stopping, you can come back to watch this video. So what we talked about what Egungun is in Yoruba land, and the purpose of Egungun in Yoruba land, and is Egungun a religion or not, and is Egungun Orisha, right? So these are what we talked about in this video. So if you've missed it, you can watch again, maybe after a few minutes of this live streaming. You can watch. So guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Black Goddess, thank you for sharing from me. Thank you, you're highly welcome. So bye for now, guys, and get a better life.